Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your favorite purple lady, Amethyst Lady.
This your homeboy Bedtime Buddy.
Hey, and we decided to go ahead and just discuss a few things. I was watching Tokyo Tekken Masters yesterday night, super late, but watched it nevertheless in anticipation of the announcement that they had for the season pass, and what they were going to come out with for season 3. All right, so you didn't hear it.
No,
You didn't hear the full extent.
you were telling me about it when I was half dead at 2-3 in the morning.
Yep.
Who makes an announcement at 2-3 in the morning?
Well, I mean, they're in Japan, so the time differential. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Here's just in summary what they're coming out with. And this will explain, like, if you see certain things on Twitter, then this is more than likely what people are talking about in at least the FGC gaming sphere, okay?
Right.
So they are going to finally enact frame data display. Like, we haven't had true, if you do this, this is this many frames in numbers in Tekken. Like, we haven't had that.
Oh,
So
man.
we're finally getting that. We'll be able to see frames on startup. There's even like a little display for distance. And you can choose, like, if you want to do like a detailed display with all the numbers and such, or if you want like a simple display which just has like someone being red and someone being blue to show your advantage, disadvantage, and whatnot.
So red means disadvantage and blue means go bust some ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we're finally getting that. Then there's going to be like something for how you can punish. So like a mini game to show what you can punish certain things with.
Uh-huh.
So that's going to be useful. They're taking out the sample combos.
What's a sample combo?
So, you know, when you look through a character's move list and you get all the way to the bottom, and then there's the throws, and then they'll give you like a sample combo or two, like, oh, well, you can do this into this into this, like this move, this move, just to kind of get your feet wet with the character, so you have at least one combo.
I feel like I ain't get that far down on the move list. I know, like, back in the old school, they used to have a 10-hit combo at the bottom. But
It's
now they got
down there too.
like a couple different combos down there.
Right. Well, they decided to take out the sample combos from the move list.
The 10-hit combos too?
No, the 10 hits are probably still in there, but what they specifically wanted to do was take the sample combos and put that in like a different format away from the move list, so they can teach people, if you're picking up this character, then here are some like easy, medium, advanced sample combos that you can do. So they're trying to make the game more friendly to a lot of the newcomers and such, because they realize that the game has grown. A lot of people are dabbling. Like I was even I was looking at your like Twitch list, and I'm like, that person plays Tekken, because it's so many new people, and they recognize that as well. The other thing is that they are adding. There was a joke that Hirata was going to be in Tekken.
Oh, they're gonna put them in?
They're going to put in a skin, and apparently this skin, like when they showed off the skin, I believe it was on Kazuya.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, it's Kazuya with a beard. But yeah, like this time it's not a joke, it's the way that they're taglining it, which is cool. I mean, I think it's pretty fitting considering everything that Hirata-san has done for the community. So I think that's pretty cool.
They should do a promo for the skin of him like beating up a custom Ono-san.
Oh no.
Just double comboing him and
Sheesh.
corkscrewing him and knocking him from one balcony to the next.
I'm sure someone will probably like make a mod or something where that's possible. But here's the thing that's getting people kind of up in arms. For the frame data, like I said before, we didn't have like a frame data in the game, whereas other games, you know, they come with that. Like Mortal Kombat comes with it, although all of it might not be accurate. But anyway, let's see. I believe DOA has it. Like other Street Fighter has it. Other games have it, and that's a part of the game. They want $4 for that DLC.
So it's Hirata and frame data and what else?
Well, the Hirata thing, that's for free.
Okay.
But it's like I believe the frame data display, and I think like maybe the punishment, but I'm not sure. I'm still trying to sort through everything because it was kind of, when they announced it, it was like they announced in Japanese and in English and all of that. So I'm trying to find the full release. I am, you know, I'm on Hirata's Twitter right now, trying to see if I can get the actual announcement. And I mean, if I find something that's more conducive, then I'll post it in the links below in the pinned tweet in the comments. So don't worry about that. Or if you find it, let me know in the comments. But because I definitely want to know like what exactly you're paying for with that $4. But either way, there's mixed feelings about the main thing, which is the frame data being $4 as an add-on.
So who is for, since it's mixed, who's for it being worth $4?
Well, a lot of people are for it. I'm not gonna name specific names. Me specifically, I'm for it. Like, I don't mind. Here's my thoughts on it. I don't mind it being $4 because the Tekken team has done so much already, and supporting them with $4, that's like what, one Wawa run? Like, I can do that for the Tekken team. That's less than a sub on Twitch. That's like 4 McChickens. That's, you know, we can do that. So I'm for it, and other people are like, you know, you'll pay for costumes for a character that may or may not be good, or you'll pay for the character that may or may not be good, and then you might not play them anyway. Or if you're a competitive player and you really want to know, then, you know, this is great when you're at home. And then other people, the flip side of that is saying, you know, this should have already been in the game. Other games already have done this, so this isn't revolutionary. This is something that should have been in the package anyway. You know, there's people are saying, why should we pay for this? And there's even more arguments about, you know, there's people who have done this for free. There's people who have like made apps to benefit people that you don't have to pay for the app. Like, you can donate, but you don't have to pay for the app. Or there's websites you can go to where you can just get the information. So there's different sides. Like going back to Hirata's Twitter, there was someone who had asked him how that they managed to make the frame data update, and was it harder than most people know or easier than it should be. This was like a tweet from someone who goes by Saiyan316, and this is directly from Hirata's Twitter. He said, "These management things are very hard. I'll just fill in. Tekken is a game with a lot of animation files per character in the history, like the most in the history of video games. And in addition, the number of characters is huge. So this is one of the reasons he originally opposed the frame data feature." So when I see that, and I see it coming directly from Hirata, I have nothing but respect for Hirata. I really do. But I also feel like that's something that should have been in the game. Like, we should have already had it. So to say that The number of characters is huge. I mean, when you're competing, you have to know about all those characters.
Yeah.
So,
Well, whose responsibility is it? Is it the responsibility of the competitor or the developer to give the competitor the tools that they need in order to be able to learn these things?
I think that's the main thing that people are like, why it's swinging both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people are like, if you have this world tour and you have like these things to try to help competitors, then you need to make sure that like there are tools there to help competitors as best you can. But on the flip side, I do recall that there was a point where Hirata was like learning about the game as part of the fun. So maybe that goes along with up till this point, it being a thing of, go out, discover it, figure things out, because that's a part of why the game is fun. Like, Tekken is meant to be hard. So you go out and figure out things, find out things, then the reward feels greater because of how difficult Tekken is. So it's, like I said, for me, I'm going to pay the $4. Mm-hmm. Like, it's worth it to me to finally have that feature in. But I also feel like it should have already been in the game. And to see that as like, the number of characters is huge and all that. Well, I mean, y'all make the game. So, like, you could have been doing this as you made the characters, but...
So if Hirata made a tweet and was like, yo, hook me up with $4 real quick, and then posted his Cash App, would you have thought like, oh, well, these guys work really hard and I want to support them, and you were just doing $4? Or you'd have been asking questions like, yo, like, what the heck do you need $4 for?
Well, why would I toss anybody $4 just willy-nilly without knowing, A, what I'm spending the $4 on? Because realistically, when you're lending someone money, you're spending your money on something. So I feel like you need to know what you're spending it on. At least with this, I know what I'm spending it on. I'm spending it to help support them and to get something that I really want. Granted, I could look on like Tekken Chicken app. Shout out to Tekken Chicken. Not paid, by the way, but it's a great app. I could go ahead and look on that, or I can look on RB Norway, which is a website where they have that sort of thing. Or I can go on Tekken Reddit and ask people to give me Google Docs or stuff. Like, there's different ways to get it, but because they're actually putting it in the game, and as someone who learns better by the visuals, like being there and through trial and error, like I'll go through a whole move list and just try to try out different punishes, steps, and all that. So having that in the game instead of having to like reach out for my phone, which I could use for something else because I'm always multitasking, or have to go to like a different website, having it in the game is worth it to me.
No.
So that's my thoughts on that.
I don't know. I just think that features like this should be in modern games, but in the old school we ain't have half of this stuff. So there's kind of a bit of distortion. Like if I just started playing fighting games like 5 years ago, I'm pretty salty about this. But trying to stay open-minded about the whole thing, I'm just kind of like, $4 is not a lot of money for how much you'll get out of this tool if you're a competitor. Mm-hmm. If you're not a competitor, you're just chilling with the homies playing some Tekken, you probably don't need this for real. Like, it'll give you an edge over your homies.
Yeah.
But you don't really need this all like that. You can just watch your favorite player and see what they're doing in tournament, and then just mimic what they do, and that'll be good enough to beat the homies. Yeah. So I think that this is gonna be for the competitive players, and that's about it. I still don't know where a lot of the Tekken dollars go between DLC and people registering for tournaments and buying merch and all this stuff, because it definitely doesn't go back to the players. or at least like if there's a pie chart out there somewhere, a very slim region of that is going back to the players. So we can't really make the case that the $4 for this is going towards TWT pot or winnings or anything like that. Because Street Fighter does a lot of that stuff. They'll release a stage or some costumes and be like, the proceeds from this will go towards the pot for Capcom Cup, and the pot for Capcom Cup without those bonuses usually is already like 5-6 times the amount of the Tekken World Tour joint. So like, and that's, I mean, like, you know, like Tekken, like people are playing Tekken everywhere, like everywhere. People are playing Street Fighter everywhere too, but like you can kind of pinpoint where the super strong players are when it comes to Street Fighter. Right now, Tekken is like in the air. You got super strong Americans, you got super strong Pakistanis, super strong Koreans, Japanese are creeping up, super strong. You know, like there's like super strong everywhere, and it's kind of like that in Street Fighter, but there's some front runners. Like, I mean, you got some of the American players and the Japanese players that have always been there, and you know, you get like some Middle Eastern players that are popping up, like the Big Birds and stuff like that. So it's like, where's the money going? Just where's the money going? That's what I would be wondering, instead of being like, you know, why do we got to pay for the features? For one, it's not outrageously priced. You know, $4. You're gonna get your $4 back real quick if you're gonna utilize the tool. Just in 1 or 2 training sessions of you being like, oh, I didn't know I could launch that, or it's gonna completely change your gameplay. Like being able to launch like a couple things that you just were unaware, especially since people learn differently, right? Like some people will learn better from the app or a video, but some people learn better like this, like while they're actually in the game and they don't got to split between going to their phone and looking at their phone for some data, or like some data dump on Reddit or a spreadsheet.
Right.
You know, people learn different, so maybe you'll get a new top player or a new strong player that will creep up on you in pools and block you from the pot. But I think that's a little less the issue, more so than like, what is this contribution going towards? Like, am I just stuffing somebody's pocket? Is it trickling back down into the players? You know, is it assisting the development of future games or future DLC? Like, what is this $4 for? And I think that if you could answer that, then maybe people would feel a little bit better about paying up the $4. Because like, oh, it's $4, but you know, I'm making Arslan a little bit richer, or you know, it's $4, but it's because of this $4 that they're able to do this whole season of DLC lineup, or you know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, I haven't dug too deeply, at least today, on Hirata's Twitter, but I'm gonna keep my eyes open. Maybe we'll get that answer. You know, if someone is listening and you have a way to find the answer, definitely, you know, put it in the comments if you know, or if you have something you can link us to. But yeah, anything else?
Nah, we Gucci on this topic.
All right, cool. Well, Amethyst Lady,
Bedtime Buddy.
all right, we out. See you next time. Bye.